guys, it's Poker here and welcome to my first ever PES 21 video on my channel. We'll be making loads of videos in the future, from manager reviews to player reviews to tutorials. So if you want to see content like this, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and comment down below on what you want to see next. But today we have a manager review for Hansi Flick. He's been the best manager I've used till now. Absolutely fantastic in attack and defense. As you can see, he uses a possession style attack. For the people who don't know, possession style attack means when you transition into attack from defense, your players will sit back a little and help you build up an attack, rather than in counter attack where your players will instantly run ahead and go into their positions. Possession style doesn't mean you need to play slower, it's just a much safer way to attack, so make sure you don't get countered easily. Moving on, for his passing style, he has a short pass and central attack, which is good with the formation he has. It lets him exploit defenses well, and he has flexible positioning, which is also really good because he will push players in attack quite a lot, so he will need other players to change positions to cover up in defense, so it works out pretty well. Hansi Flick seems to have some speciality to him. Players move incredibly well, I feel. In other formations you will see players standing for no reason and they will not attack or run ahead to exploit the defense. But here they actively try to attack and defend, which is just amazing and it works really well. Now let's get into the squad builder. First up, in CF spot, I'm using a goal poacher or a neutral playstyle. Make sure you use a player that really suits you, and any of these playstyles will work really well. I personally really like Gabriel Jesus or Ben Yedder, but you can also try out Ronaldo or Haaland. They do work really well in this position. Next up, in SS position, this position is really important. This will be the best position. This player will attack a lot and score a lot of goals for you. You want to use a prolific winger or a creative playmaker in this position. Personally, I use a prolific winger. I feel they attack a little bit more dynamically. They will make good runs and exploit the defense. By the way, if you don't know what a neutral playstyle means, when you use a playstyle that doesn't apply to a position, like prolific winger in the SS position, they use a neutral playstyle, which means they will move however they want, they will exploit the defense however they want. So it works really well. I've been using Insigne here in the SS position. He has good dribbling stats, and you want to use a player that can control the ball easily. So basically a short player will work really well here. Moving on to the LMF and RMS spot, use a prolific winger or a whole player. They will get into the space really well, they will run ahead. Use fast players. As you can see, I'm using Dembele and Coman, which are really good and they exploit the defense really well, they run back. Next up, in DMF spot, it's pretty simple. Use Anchorman. He's a good defensive player and will always be stable in the defense. Moving on to the CMS spot, use a box to box here. He will go ahead and come back to defense, and use a player that can dribble really well. Someone like Pogba or Goretzka doesn't work well for me personally. You should use players like Kante or Koke. They will dribble really well and pass really well and exploit the defense which you want with this position. Now for the defense, CBs are a personal preference, but I'd suggest using a fast defender. Eder Militao, Joe Gomez and Diego Carlos are my favorite defenders personally. For fullbacks, try offensive fullbacks, but if you're struggling in the defense, use one defensive fullback like Powered or Wan-Bissaka if you're really struggling in defense. For the goalkeeper spot, offensive goalkeeper is the way to go. Yeah, that's the squad builder done. Now we'll move on to the gameplay and see how the team works in attack.